Hey cutie! Welcome back to another day in Vlogmas, where we are posting every single day for the next 12 days up into Christmas Day. I'm excited for today's video because I'm going to be doing a 4 looks 1 palette using Fantasy Cosmetica's Warlock palette. Now, I will say I did film these looks back in October, so it's been a minute since I actually used these shades, but from my memory and when I edited my footage back, every single shade was incredible to work with in this palette, absolutely every single one of them. And I did feature and use every single shade in this palette in this video, so you can see every single shade in some capacity today. You will also notice that I did incorporate using other shades in my collection to complement this palette to create the full looks. So it's not 4 looks dedicated with only this palette. I did pepper in other shades in my collection. I have like a bright matte yellow that I could have probably used this shade for. Just some other things that I feel like maybe were lacking in this palette, like an inner corner highlight shade and a like transition blending out shade, just because those are things that I typically like. Super bright inner corners, and I like a blending out shade that's my skin tone that can blend out some super colorful shades like some of these. But the metallics and shimmers and multi-chromes, duochromes in this palette are absolutely incredible. This shade up here, Ritual, is such a soft, like deep iridescent shade. It's just so pretty. It looks really gold, but it has a little bit more green into it. It's just one of those deeper based multi-chromes. Super, super pretty. This shade up here, Arcanium, is a bit softer, more sheer kind of shade. Oh, so pretty as well. All of them. Why don't we just swatch the shimmers out, okay? This is Patron. It's a beautiful bright pink with blue. Stunning. And then this shade Offering, which is kind of like a blue slate purple kind of shade. It's really, really cool, really interesting. I don't really own anything like that. That's like almost a gray base with like a graphite almost, but kind of bluey shift to it. Really, really pretty. All of those. So stunning. I was really excited and inspired to use my collection with this rather than just dedicating only the usage in this palette. So I incorporated quite a few shades that were in a BYOP at the time and other palettes that I was trying to no pan left behind. I am trying to touch every single shade in my collection, so I have been trying to spread the love in my collection and not just do dedicated use in one palette. But if you'd like to see more videos with dedicated use, just using one palette for the whole show, let me know. I'm happy to film looks and post them as like reels or stories or shorts, whatever you have it, or even just standalone videos. But I did see you guys picking some stuff up from Fantasy Cosmetica during their Black Friday sale. So you guys picked some really awesome products, by the way. It gives you like a little blurb of like what you purchased. Some of you got full collections of the Lost Library. Some of you got multiple palettes. Some of you got the full collection of the lip oils, lipsticks. So I'm excited for what you guys got. I'm very happy for you guys. I think my favorite look using this palette was, oh man, there's 2 ones that I was really surprised by. I think it was the last 2 looks. I did a look using these 2 pink shades in the palette, and then another look where I did these 2 like deeper purplier kind of shades, and I paired this with like a mint shade, and I just really, you know, I love mint on this channel. Mint green is one of my favorites. It rules my life in every capacity. So I paired these with a mint and it looked incredible. And then these I paired together with some bright oranges and yellows to make like a sunset eye, and I really enjoyed that. So I had a lot of fun using those guys though. But yeah, if you want to see 4 looks centered around but not dedicated to using this palette, just keep watching. The looks are all 3 minutes or less. that is every look using the Fantasy Cosmetica Warlock palette. Again, this palette is absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. I think that this makes a really great companion palette. I think you can definitely use it as a standalone palette, but I think it just would benefit the most as a companion palette because there's a lot of same like mid-tone to deep kind of matte shades in here where I'm just someone that likes a little lighter. I have a very fair complexion, so I just find that sometimes shades like this, I need a little bit of something lighter to blend it out, which is why I just keep a blending out shade on deck on my desk so I can use it to blend out shades like this. But that's no fault to the palette. I love the color story. I think this is fun, it's bright, it's exciting. It gave me really condensed Halloween kind of vibes to me when I saw the Halloween palettes get teased, and then I knew I was getting this. I was like, I'm good. I don't need that Halloween because I have this guy coming, and they give me a very similar color story in my opinion, and I just love Fantasy Cosmetica's formula. I think the mattes are super smooth, but Fantasy Cosmetica's shimmers, metallics, the formulas of their exciting shades is so unbelievable. In this palette, you have a lot more textures with the shimmer metallics than I feel like you had in other palettes. This one's that super, super reflective, very pigmented right off the rip kind of deep base multi-chrome, whereas these are almost softer where the reflect in the shimmer shines a little bit more. But you'll have to let me know if you did pick up the Warlock palette when it released, or even now it's still available. You can buy them as singles. Maybe you only wanted 1 or 2 shades out of this. That's a great deal to grab as well. But thank you guys so much for watching another day in Vlogmas. I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe wherever you are. And I will see you tomorrow's video for another day in Vlogmas. And until then, I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye!